Happy Thursday, everybody. Man, we are a day and a half from the weekend. I don't know about you guys, but this week's kind of started off fast. But for some reason, the past few weeks have started off fast. And just, man, we got the Wednesday and Thursdays to a halt. But thank God we're almost done with Thursday. Friday will be here soon. Uh, this weekend, CFP starts, man. We've already had some bowl games. The CFP starts. FCS is having their semifinals. We're going to review some of the things that happened this past week in basketball and college football. We have some bowl games. We'll preview what's coming up this weekend in both sports. Excuse my voice. I've had a cold this week, so I'm a little, but still doing it. Anyway, before we get started, hit that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything. With it, let's get started. A lot of moves to transfer portal. Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola, transfer portal. This year, 2,000 yards, 18 touchdowns for the Huskers. Some people are saying he may go to Texas Tech. Man, I just don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see where he ends up. Cincinnati quarterback Brendan Sorsby, he goes to transfer portal. Florida defensive back Jordan Castell, transfer portal. Florida State defensive back Kai Bates, transfer portal. Colorado defensive tackle Jaheim Otis, transfer portal. Georgia Tech backup quarterback Aaron Philo, he's going to the transfer portal. USC wide receiver McCoy Lemon, he's heading to the NFL draft, as in Notre Dame's running backs Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. Both of them going to the NFL draft. Let's see, women's volleyball semifinals. That is tonight, 6:30 ESPN, the Final Four, I guess they call it. Number 3 Texas A&M versus number 1 Pitt. Then after that, about 30 minutes after, number 3 Wisconsin versus number 1 Kentucky. Ohio Bobcats fire their head coach Brian Smith. The reports are out that because he kept alcohol in his desk, and he would drink after games and at night with other coaching staff in his office, they're saying that's the reason he got fired. There are some media members out there saying that cannot be the reason he's got fired. There's a lot of coaches that do that. There's got to be some other stuff they're not saying. I don't know. That's just what I'm hearing. Maybe he did get fired for his drinking. Maybe not. So I'm sure eventually, if it wasn't, it's going to come out. But we'll see what happens there. And the basketball, USC guard Rodney Rice. Can't even read my writing. Anyway. He's going to have right shoulder surgery. He is out for the season. All right, so let's go back over some things that happened since Monday. There was no top 25 action college basketball on Monday, but some teams made some gains. McNeese State, they moved to 10-2, beat Houston Christian by 10. Johnson from McNeese State, 22 points in that game. North Dakota State, they moved to 10-3, beat Minnesota Crookston 101-67. Wyoming, they moved to 9-2. They beat South Dakota State 87-72. Meyer had 25 points for Wyoming. Tuesday on basketball, number 20 Tennessee beat number 11 Louisville 83-62. Tennessee's Gillespie, 23 points, a minute behind him, 13.7 rebounds. They shot 55% from the field. Louisville's Cornwall led the way, 22 points. He hit 4 3-pointers in that game. Woolley behind him, 19 points. They only shot 38% from the field, though. Also on Tuesday, UC San Diego, they moved to 10-1, beat Loyola Marymount by 10. Cal Baptist moved to 9-3. They beat Southern 75-67. Daniels for Cal Baptist, 30 points in that one. Number 19, Texas Tech beat Northern Colorado 101-90. Northern Colorado, they're 9-2 though, so they're having a good season. Texas Tech's Watts, 36 points in that game. Clemson, they're 9-3 now, beat South Carolina by 7. Dayton moved to 9-3, beat Florida State 97-69. Dayton's Bennett had 25 points. Belmont, they're 11-1, beat Evansville 83-78. Miami, they moved to 10-2. They beat FIU 98-81. Henderson for Miami, 30 points in that game. Miami of Ohio, undefeated, 11-0, beat Wright State 83-76. Byers from Miami of Ohio, 27 points on the night, hit 5 3-pointers in that game. High Point, they are 9-3. They beat Mary Baldwin 129-47. Just didn't beat them, giving them a pretty good spanking. 66-19 at halftime. Man. Football, you have the Salute to Veterans Bowl. Jacksonville State beat Troy 17-13. Jacksonville State's Creel, 173 passing yards, touchdown throw to Reichsteiner. I think that's his name, Reichsteiner. Paul had a rushing touchdown. Medina scoop and score for Troy, scored a touchdown. Their kicker Renfro kicked 7 points. Jacksonville State ends the season 9-5. Troy ends 8-6. Moving to Wednesday, UCF, they are 9-1 now in basketball. Beat Mercer 81-63. Richmond fell to 9-2, lost to 7-4 Elion by 3. Quinnipiac, they are 9-3, beat Monmouth by 10. Wake Forest is 9-3, they beat Longwood 71-68. UC Santa Barbara fell to 8-4, lost to 6-7 Green Bay, 67-64. Northern Kentucky fell to 9-4, lost to 6-6 Oakland, 82-77. Xavier, they fell to 8-4, lost to 6-5 Creighton. Creighton Sports, 27 points in that game. Northern Iowa, they are 9-2, beat Illinois Chicago 60-54. St. Louis is 10-1, beat Bethune Cookman 112-53. Arizona State, they fell to 9-3, lost to UCLA 90-77. UCLA is 8-3 now. Stanford, they are 9-2, beat UT Arlington 76-60. The Cure Bowl, pretty good game. I watched this one. The Old Dominion beat South Florida 24-10. Pretty tight game. It was like a 7-point game all the way to the fourth quarter. Man, USF was starting racking up penalties, targeting, unsportsmanlike conduct, other penalties. Just kept giving Old Dominion chances to get further ahead, and they used it. 24-10 is when they won. Heinkel for Old Dominion, 127 passing yards, 0 touchdowns. Ran for 107 and 2 touchdowns. Got his bell rung in that targeting call. Went off the field. Didn't know if he was going to come back. Came back in. Ran for that second touchdown. So he was good. Old Dominion. Great season, man. Finished 10-3. South Florida. Good season too. Finished 9-4. Also, last night you had the 68 Ventures Bowl. Delaware beat Louisiana 20-13. They were pretty close in post-game numbers if you go back and look at the stats. However, both coaches must be proud. Only 3 penalties in this game. Louisiana had 1 penalty. Delaware had 2. Louisiana's penalty was like 1 for 5 yards, but Delaware's both penalties equaled just under 30 yards. So I'm sure both coaches are happy about that. Today, Thursday, basketball. Lots of games, but nothing really spectacular. I mean, there's a buttload of games, but nothing really stands out. Tonight, football, 8 p.m. ESPN2, you got the Xbox Bowl, 7-5 Missouri State versus 6-6 Arkansas State. Coming up tomorrow, Friday, basketball, 5:30 FS1, 10-1 Seton Hall versus 7-5 Providence. 6:30 on ESPN Plus, 10-1 Tulsa versus 7-3 Western Kentucky. 7 p.m. on Fox. This might be a good one to have on your tablet. 8-2 Villanova versus 7-3 Wisconsin. 9 p.m. ESPN Plus. Another one you might want to have on the tablet. 8-3 Florida Atlantic versus 9-2 St. Mary's. And then 10:30 on the ESPN2. Got some late night college basketball. 7-3 Washington versus 8-2 Seattle. Football tomorrow. 10 a.m. ESPN, the Myrtle Beach Bowl. 10-3 Kennesaw State versus 9-4 Western Michigan. 1:30 on ESPN. Gasparillo Bowl. 8-4 Memphis versus 7-5 NC State. And then tomorrow night, CFP starts. 7 p.m. First round. Number 9 Alabama versus number 8 Oklahoma. I don't know why they didn't put the network down. I'm guessing it's ABC, ESPN. Number 9 Alabama versus number 8 Oklahoma. Can OU win again? That's the big question. Simpson for Bama does have better numbers than Mateer. I know Mateer was out for a couple games, so that, but even that, they're pretty close in offensive numbers. Could come to play down. Could come down to trench play because Bama's O-line has given up 25 sacks. Oklahoma's O-line has given up 24 sacks. Whoever can keep their quarterback upright and give him time to throw, it's probably who's going to win the game. All right, so moving on to Saturday. Basketball, 11:30 on CBS. Number 22 St. John's versus 7-4 Kentucky. Crazy Kentucky 7-4, isn't it? 11:30 on USA Network. 7-3 Liberty versus 9-3 Dayton. 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus. 9-2 Kent State versus 8-3 Massachusetts. 1 p.m. on CBS. It's gonna be a good one. While you got football on, you might want to put this one on your tablet. 9-2 Colorado State versus 9-1 Utah. 2 p.m. on CBS. Got another good one. Number 12 North Carolina versus 8-2 Ohio State. Another good one at 4:30. Number 8 on CBS. Number 8 Houston versus number 14 Arkansas. 5:30 on Peacock. Got a good one. Number 21 Auburn versus number 6 Purdue. 7 p.m. on ESPN. Number 19 Texas Tech playing number 3 Duke. Some great basketball tomorrow while CFP is going on. 7 p.m. on ESPNU. 8-2 Stanford versus 9-1 Colorado. 7:30 on FS1. 8-4 Xavier versus 7-3 Georgetown. And then you got some late night basketball on the Mountain West Network if you have it. I used to have it, well, I think with cable years ago, but I got rid of cable, so no Mountain West Network anymore. But Boise State versus Nevada, both 8-3. And then on football tomorrow. Football on Saturday, I'm sorry. I wish it was Friday. The FCS semifinals. Really, really good one here. 3 p.m. ABC. Montana versus Montana State. Both big rivals. Montana lost to Montana State by 3 last month when they played the regular season. So they're going to go at it, see who goes to the championship game. And then 6:30 on ESPN2, Illinois State versus Villanova. You thought Villanova was just a basketball school, huh? Illinois State, better in the passing game. Villanova, better in the rushing game. Both these teams averaged 31 points a game. So that's going to probably be a shootout, too. And then the CFP continues, 11 a.m. on ABC. Number 10, Miami versus number 7, Texas A&M. Aggies don't have a good record against Miami in the past. I know those were different teams. But if the Aggies can start off fast and the defense can do the job it does, I don't see any reason why Aggies can't beat them. But they're going to have to start off fast. You know, this bull crap where you're scoring a field goal or a touchdown or less in the first quarter, all that crap. They got to start off fast, lay on the points, and the defense got to do its job. 2:30 on TNT. Number 20 Tulane versus number 6 Ole Miss. Last season, Ole Miss went to Tulane. Remember that one? Tulane damn near almost won that game, but mistakes and penalties at the end cost them. Ole Miss ended up beating them. This year, Tulane goes to Ole Miss. Ole Miss just smoked them. So there was really no contest there. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Tulane's a damn good team, but Ole Miss seems to be a little bit better this year. And then 6:30 on TNT. Number 24, James Madison versus number 5, Oregon. James Madison is good. Oregon did lose a home game to Indiana. However, that was earlier in the season. The weather was a lot better. The weather is going to be probably crappy up there. I'm guessing in December in Oregon. I mean, heck, they got flash flooding going on in Washington right now. But like I said, James Madison is good. Could Oregon lose a home game for the second time this season? We'll see. Like I said, weather's different this time of year up there than when Indiana went and won. Not saying the weather's the reason Indiana won. They're a good team, but weather's got a lot to do with some of these football games. All right, and then moving on to Sunday basketball. Got some pretty good ones on Sunday. 11 a.m. on Big Ten Network. 8-3 Penn State versus 6-6 Pitt. In-state battle. That could be pretty good. 12 p.m. on the CW. This one might be pretty good. Number 13 Vanderbilt versus 8-3 Wake Forest. 12 p.m. on ESPN Plus. 8-4 Stony Brook versus 7-3 Marist. 1 p.m. on the SEC Network. 8-2 Kennesaw State versus number 16 Alabama. That one could be pretty good. 3 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Sam Houston State versus New Mexico State. Both of them are 6-3. 3:30 on FS1. Number 5 UConn versus 8-4 DePaul. And at 4 p.m. on the ACC Network. 9-2 Columbia travels all the way across the country to play 9-1 Cal. That could be a pretty good game. There's a lot of other games on Sunday, but these are the ones that kind of stood out. Anyway, that's it. Man, hopefully next time I talk to you guys Sunday or Monday, I'll feel a lot better than I do. But anyway, yeah, CFP starts this weekend, tomorrow night. Got some decent bowl games. FCS semifinal, especially that Montana State game is going to be good. Great basketball on Saturday, going right up against the CFP. So, like I said, you're going to need another screen for these damn basketball games on Saturday. Anyway, like I said, hang in there. The weekend's almost here, about a day and a half. Whatever you do this weekend, stay safe. If you're already starting to travel for Christmas, man, drive safe. Watch out. You know there are idiots everywhere out there on the roads. I'm sure you see them all day long. We'll be back Sunday or Monday to sum up CFP, FCS, basketball, all that. Anyway, have a great weekend. We'll see you then.